Hello everyone. This is Soggy Bottom again, coming back with another video. The first thing I want to say, I want to thank Justin Rican, who loves comics. I want to thank him for the shout outs. That was really nice of you to do that, my man. It's just like I really appreciate that. Helps brings more subscribers and to my channel. And first, like I said, for that, I really want to thank you and thanks a lot for that. The book I want to talk about right now is a book called Marshal Law. It is created by Pat Mills and Kevin O'Neill. I love this book. This book is probably one of the rare comic books I say it's an absolute culture shock for me, because in fact, basically, martial law is like if you take Captain America, Judge Dredd, and the Punisher, and you wrap them all together, and you just basically have martial law. I usually follow comic book artists when I buy books, and this book was drawn by Kevin O'Neill. This guy is an absolutely incredible artist. It is one of those acquired tastes when it comes to artwork and everything like that, but it works. I love it because, in fact, his drawings, when you look at it, you know exactly where you are, where he's going, and where you've been in his books and the way he does his illustration. But like I say, he's also did a League of Extreme Gentlemen, but right now, Martial Law is one of my favorite books he's done, and I get everything I can find. It's one of those books when I know they're coming out in the comic book store, I hurry up and I just can't wait for it to come out because I'm like excited to get the book and read it. We have over here on the left is the martial art. This right here is the deluxe edition. It has all 6 books plus of the original series, plus like 4 other books in the series that Martial Law has done. Like I said, good recommend read if you're not interested or if you find it hard to track down the individual comics, get the deluxe edition. Now, Martial Law is he is a sanctioned superhero hunter, and basically it's basically like after the war you have all these super soldiers, and now where do they go from there? And Martial Law is a book that answers that question. See, the Martial Law true identity is a man called Joe Gilmore. He is an ex super soldier, and he comes back home and he decides to become like more a hero hunter, and he's still looking for a true hero, because basically what's great about this is just tells you about the aftermath. About you got all these super soldiers, and some of them come home, they don't know what they do. Some of them are still going on the little crazy side. Some still are suffering from the aftermath of war, and martial law is basically there just to make sure to keep them in check and bring in the justice. The first series was a limited six series. It's The main antagonist in here was a public spirit. He is basically like your Superman that got into politics for his own personal gain. It's not really for the love of saving people, but his own political gains and everything like that. But martial law, like I said, this series, and then you have the other end, the sleep man, who's basically your superhero serial killer. And martial law is just like, the book has a lot going for it. Kevin O'Neill was one of those guys. I just absolutely love this work. He also did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which I'll show those series I have later on. Before right now, we also have here when you can see as the series goes, you find out there's a connection between Sleep Man and the public spirit. But I'm not going to get into that and tell you exactly what it is, but you have to read the book yourself. If you can't find the books, the great thing about Marshall, the books aren't really that expensive. You can still get these books for like $3 or $5. So if you're interested, you either buy the individual ones or get the deluxe edition. Now, the book didn't have a series run. It was just more, you could almost say like they were graphic novels. They would come out with the series. This first one was a 6-part, and then now these books aren't in any true order, but it's just the ones that I basically collected at the time. Now this one is called Secret Tribunal. It's martial law, basically. You could say meeting the Justice League of Superheroes, the young teenagers with superhero powers that are basically way over their head. But and also the main antagonist is like you could say aliens. So, but once again, the excellent book. The artwork in it, what I love about his work is just that it's very simple, but it works. Like I said, you can see when you look at his work, you can see you know where exactly where you are, you know where you're going, and you know where you've been when it comes to his work. I love Kevin O'Neill's work. Anytime I see something he's coming out with, I always pick it up. The other single book here he did here was this one was called the Kingdom of the Blind. The the hero in this one is basically they're taking a shot at Batman. This guy is called the Private Eye, and it's like basically none of these they're heroes, but they're just not, not the superheroes that you would like to come save you. And so the martial law sort of like keeps them in check. And this one is called takes on Marshall Law Takes on Manhattan. This one's basically is that he goes to basically this insane asylum, and superheroes get out of hand. Well, ex-soldiers get out of hand here, and he's basically there to bring in the justice to either calm them down or have to put them down like a mad dog. The next one I have here is Super Babylon. This one is more of like you start getting into the trend of the Evil Dead, where he fights your superheroes that's coming back, and they're basically zombies, if you want to say. But this is the second part to that. This one's titled The Grateful Dead. Like I said, all these books, I just love martial law. Anytime I see these books coming out, I would just pick them up. And then, of course, you have one of my favorite horrors he did. You have Martial Law, and when he fights Pinhead. So it's just like it seemed like there was no limit to who he would fight or who would be a guest star in the books. This was a two-parter. I love this cover. You can't see it, but they did try. Martial Law is on this cover, and so is Pinhead. They tried to do them in a black drawing, and they just with a black lines with a lighter background. It didn't work. I mean, you have to really look at the book really close to see, but they are on the cover. But like I said, that was a two-part series he did for that one. And then the other one they had that was a limited run for this one, Martial Law meets Savage Dragon. And it still continues with that aftermath of the war and what these ex-super soldiers are doing. And Martial Law, with the help of Savage Dragon, is hunting down some of these ex-soldiers that's getting out of hand and basically taking them down. And then the final books I have for Martial Law is when Martial Law meets The Mask, which is another great story. There was this book was all over the place, or the characters just all over the place. It was published by Dark Horse, Epic, and even DC. This is the book that's put out by DC. Get the book if you really don't feel like just collecting all these individual series. But this is one of those. And then there was the final part for that one, was this issue 2 of 2. Great thing about Martial Law too is that these characters where like people actually die in these books, and you don't know who's going to live. Of course, Martial Law is, but when it comes to his friends and family and like that. But like I said, Martial Law was one of those. The book is just really different. It's a culture shock. If you really want to read something different, try it out. I can't recommend this enough. It's a really, really good book. It won't disappoint or let you down. The book is for mature readers. It does have some adult content in it. Not too graphic, but you'll get the idea. I wouldn't recommend this for kids. If you got kids, you just want to have them read something, I wouldn't recommend this for kids because it is, like I said, it's a little bit more adult. But still, the book is not boring. It's very exciting. I love it, and it's a recommend read. And that is it of my Martial Law collection. I'll probably see if I probably do some more of Pat or Kevin O'Neill's work, because he did also League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which was another good series. But like I said, that's it. And thank you for stepping by, and I'll see you later.